I am prepared. Oh, you think I need headphones?
Yeah, I do.
You think? You think that the headphones is a deciding factor whether or not this podcast is going to be fire?
Yes.
Well, you got another thing coming to you, sister. I'll tell you this much right now. I was born with a microphone. Well, I wasn't born. At least the last 6 years I've been in front of a microphone.
You might have been born with one.
Now you have a piece of green in the on your
Where?
canines right there. Now I'm not going to mention it. And yes, we have fire video quality on
Shoot,
YouTube.
I
If you guys
can't-
want to watch this on
I
YouTube
can't
and see
zoom
this,
in.
well, yeah,
What is it?
yeah. No, point
Get it
toward the
out.
camera like you did. Let me see. Do it again. Oh, it's still there. Bring it in here. Ready? Right here. Oh, this is gonna. No, we're gonna need some bigger guns. We're gonna need like pipe cleaner. Oh yeah, no, those are yeah, definitely it's in there.
What's pipe cleaner?
Pipe
Soft.
cleaner. Well, yeah, I mean, but it's wire, and you can run it through the teeth.
You think my gaps are that
Well, let's not
big?
touch it anymore. Let's not
Is it
touch it.
gone?
It's not gone. It's deeper
Can
into
you
your
get
gums.
it?
Well, I don't think I can get it. You're still gonna go for it?
Yeah.
Well, it's fine. It's just me and you and Kyle.
It's gonna bother me now.
Kyle's family, basically.
It's gonna bother me.
Well, it should, because this podcast started really well, high quality, high resolution, and then you bring
I'm ruining
a
it.
salad that you kept. It's fine. Just don't open your mouth too wide. Like, just kind of present the first 4 top teeth and the 4 bottom teeth, and you'll be fine.
You know I have big teeth. That's not something I can control.
Okay, is that a flex on everybody?
No.
No, that's a flex. You and Jack have big teeth,
teeth
and I'm
is
really
not-
envious. No, that's envious.
Why?
Because it's a sign of power. That means your ancestors somewhere along the way have consumed tough food, primarily probably woolly mammoths. They probably ate
Cool.
some woolly mammoths.
Oh, I thought you meant I came from woolly mammoth.
No,
My ancestors were
no,
woolly
no.
mammoth
They
because they
they were, some of them hunted, not all of them, I'm sure.
I always thought big teeth was a negative because it was the whole like, oh, buck teeth kind of thing.
Well, if there's a space, sure, buck teeth. If they're crooked, sure, buck teeth. But if they're picture perfect in line, and the alignment is straight and the camber on it is perfect, then why would it be a negative thing?
Because I don't know. It's like
My teeth,
showing too much teeth.
too much teeth.
Maybe it's
Can you
too
have-
much teeth.
Can you have too big of a smile?
Y-
That's not a thing.
I-
Yeah. If
Depends
if
on
you
how
were
big your
Michael,
smile
if
is,
you
I
were
guess.
Michael Stranahan, is it Strahan? Strahan. If you were Michael Strahan, big
I
teeth,
think it's
but
Strahan.
okay. Can I finish the story? If you were Michael, and your teeth were big like that, but there was a space between each one, that'd be problematic. But in the given scenario, you have perfect alignment, you have perfect proximity from tooth to tooth, and they're bright and white.
Thank you.
Okay, so what's the negative aspect? Now let's talk about my teeth. My teeth are still that milk teeth kind of thing. I don't know why they call them milk teeth, but they're like jaggedy at the bottom.
I've never heard milk teeth.
I don't know. Maybe somebody made that up and told me, and then I just been repeating it for the last 20 years. But they're like jaggedy at the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
And
You know that I actually had my teeth, at least my front ones. I don't remember about any of the other ones, but after I had braces, they actually like sawed.
like flatten them with with like a file down.
They filed, exactly, you're right. They filed my teeth.
Oh, I need to
the
do
front.
that.
They can actually do that, yeah.
And it
So,
didn't hurt, like your nerves or anything. No. See, I would love to get that done.
Maybe I got like a numbing shot, I don't remember, but I think that's what helped a lot too, because I had they weren't aligned.
Mhm.
One was longer than the other.
Really?
I
Oh,
think
so
very
that's what caused
slightly.
it. Oh, okay.
But like they ended up just filing it. Like they're like, are you okay with that? To have them all kind of like straight. That helps with the whole.
Mhm.
I mean, if you're gonna have braces already to align your teeth, might as well go the full
The full 9 yards.
package.
Oh, dude, I would put a spoiler on my teeth if I had to like get them all worked up and done.
Mm-hmm.
I'm deadly. I've realized also with myself that I am not a hypochondriac. What would you call it when you have a history of it in the family of some kind of thing, and you're constantly worried about it? Because hypochondria involves you thinking you're convinced you have it.
Yeah, you think you're like dying of everything.
Right. I'm more of what's terrified of getting that
Genetic,
thing.
hypogenetic something.
Probably chondria.
Chondria.
Yeah,
Exactly.
it has to be that. Because at first it was heart disease. My dad had heart disease at 50, and so it like terrified me. Now, like I'm always like, "Whoa, am I getting that?" And then the next one, what was it? My grandmother had diabetes. I wasn't worried about it too much, but my dad had recently. Again, my dad. My dad had like 8 or 9 tooth implants put in.
Man, teeth pain is like the worst pain.
Yeah, and so now I'm terrified. So like, I used to be, and this is bad.
Did you have a lot of cavities as a kid?
Hey, I'll tell you a fun fact that you should be, and I should be embarrassed, but I'm not. I kind of like pride myself in it. So my, I don't want to say my very first, but the last childhood dentistry appointment I've ever had, I was 11 years old, and I actually still remember driving from that dentist's home. Not from the dentist's home. He gave me a glass of wine. He made me really comfortable. Yeah. And all in all, he's like, "Can you keep a secret?" And I was like, "Yes, I can."
So you did.
So I did. Yeah. I ain't no snitch.
Then he gave you candy.
Then he gave me candy, which dentists should not give anybody candy.
For some reason.
But I remember driving by, and I think the procedure was a filling. I got a filling done. Mm-hmm. Now, that was 11 years old. And then the next dentist appointment was when you and I got married, and I got finally, I finished college, got my degree, got my licensure from the boards, passed the boards exam, and I finally got benefits from my first big boy job in my career, the hospital. And so that would put me roughly around the age of 26, 27.
Probably.
As my next dental exam. It's embarrassing.
That is quite.
It's embarrassing. Check this out. The guy, now keep in mind, now again, I'm not bragging. I don't think people should do this, but.
Don't do this. Don't try this at home.
I'll tell you my habits. It's not dentistry. Is it?
Dental hygiene?
Dental hygiene. I'll explain to you my dental hygiene. I was going to give you an example of what I meant.
You were close.
If I was close. If you don't know what I mean, listen to the last podcast.
You know what I mean?
So my habits typically are, again, every dentist probably would hate me and would frown upon me. My habits include, I brush my teeth in the morning. At that point, I did not brush my teeth in the evening. I think I started brushing my teeth in the evening before bed in the last year. 2 years probably. 2 years to be gracious, but it's probably a year. Okay.
No comment.
No comment. Okay, so I started kind of taking hygiene a little bit more serious. But I always have brushed my teeth in the morning. I never brushed my teeth in the evening, and I never flossed. Okay, because flossing is like another job that you need to own.
Flossing takes forever.
Are there really people? And I mean, I know we're jumping around. Are there really people who are just flossing 3 times a day after each meal?
I don't.
You don't? How embarrassing.
Kyle, do you floss?
Yeah, of course.
No, not the dance. Not the dance. We're talking about the actual dental.
I very rarely floss.
I've never seen you floss. Oh, I've seen you floss, but you'd use like your hair. You use your hair.
I use my hair. Because what are you going to do when you... Okay, jumping around even more. I never wore my retainer after braces. And I have.
And you're supposed to.
And you're supposed to for whatever the rest of your life at night.
No.
I think they say. But my teeth are slightly starting to move. I can tell. But ever since I got my braces off, probably like a year or two later, because my teeth moved, I have the slightest gap between my 2 front teeth. It's like not big enough to see. Like when I smile.
I'm staring at it.
But it's big enough to where any tiny piece of food gets in and all of a sudden it's bothering me. Like I do this a lot.
I can see that. It's
so annoying. And so if I'm driving in the car and I all of a sudden I'm like, oh, I have something stuck, I'll just take a piece of hair. Floss. Isn't that gross? No,
it's not gross, but I think more gals there's more gals who do that than you tend to believe.
But I tend to use the little the flossers that are like a toothpick.
Sure.
Not like the actual floss you put between your fingers and like.
Hey, do we have any in the house right now?
Yeah.
Where?
We do. Probably in the boys' bathroom.
No,
for their
we
dentist
don't.
appointment.
No, we don't. From the dentist appointment, the 5-pack.
No, but I
food.
asked them. I asked them if it's okay to use that kind, and they said it is.
Well, why wouldn't it be?
I don't know. You never know. Sometimes dentists are like, don't use that one. That one's not, what is it called?
FDA,
Whatever,
not
approved,
FDA,
yeah.
but dentistry exam,
Yeah.
whatever. So going back to my habits, my dental hygiene, would not brush my teeth at night, would not floss at all, and would drink plenty of black coffee, because that's how coffee is intended to be drank. What else would I do and not do? Didn't really use mouthwash. Let's see. Didn't use those little picks that you were talking about that are on the other end of the floss. And so I go in for my very first dental appointment because now I had benefits and dental. But more than that, I felt one of my fillings wearing down where I now had sensitivity to whatever I was eating. So that was my main concern. So I scheduled this appointment, go in, they take all these x-rays and exams and all that stuff. And guess how many your boy had? Guess how many cavities your boy had?
I remember.
How many?
One
cavity. From 11 plus. So what is that? 26 to 11. Carry the 2. Okay.
That's quite impressive.
That's Viking genes. If you were ever to believe in any kind of Viking genes, those
are
Viking.
power teeth. My teeth are not power teeth. Your teeth are power teeth.
Now, here's where the power teeth are more. First of all, thank you for that. But here's where the power teeth
You're welcome.
are scared, I guess, or challenged. I guess challenge is a better word. Is now that because my dad had the same hygiene, right?
How do you know?
Well, because I never seen him brush his teeth before bed. I've never seen him floss. I've never seen my father use floss. I don't think he knows how to use floss. And now he's in his mid to upper 50s. Is my dad 50 or in the 50s or 60? 50s, right?
I don't know.
No, he's
My
60.
dad is 57.
No, because he turned 60 a year or two ago.
No, my dad is 55.
Okay, so he's
57.
my dad's 60 to 61, one of the two.
Okay.
60.
That's quite a.
Well, he's 60.
That's quite a gap.
He's
60 to 61. Anywhere in those years.
He's 60.8 because his birthday's coming up here pretty soon.
Okay.
And he just had a procedure done where I believe they removed like 8 teeth and installed with what do they do, like screws and stuff like that, and like 8 teeth as opposed to like wearing dentures. That
I mean, so what are veneers?
Veneers are the fake teeth that they and that's a fake tooth, I think. Kyle, am I wrong on this? You know?
Well, actually, I think veneers.
You're the deciding factor.
I think veneers are a little bit different because they're like the ones that go around. It's like a fake tooth, but it's like hollow in the middle because they take your tooth and like make it into this tiny like stick. And then they put the veneer on over it.
Interesting. Well, I know they grinded his teeth. Okay, so maybe they put veneers on some, and maybe I think 4, he said, maybe more. They had to put a screw in and then put a thing on there. I mean, and I remember him telling me how excruciating that pain was and all that stuff. So your boy is now scared and terrified. Again, not hypochondria, but like genetic chondria. Is terrified now of having to go through that. So now your boy is brushing his teeth on the reg, using mouthwash on the reg, got himself a fancy toothbrush.
Do you floss though?
Okay, I will not floss. Flossing is like a way of saying, hey, you shouldn't survive. Like,
your teeth should not survive. So I'd rather go get my teeth cleaned, honestly, than go than to floss.
And when are we doing that?
Soon.
Is that because we've been talking about getting our teeth clean here pretty frequently, and a while ago actually.
Well, you should start flossing because maybe then your teeth will be superhero teeth.
No, in fact, and here's another reason why I don't floss. Every time I brush my teeth, there is probably like a pint of blood in the sink from my teeth. My gums bleed hard. I don't bleed at all unless I decide to bleed. But nobody makes me bleed my own blood.
Especially not a toothbrush.
Yeah, some oscillating punk toothbrush. Yes. If I floss, there will be a gallon of blood in the sink.
But you're not flossing your gums. You're flossing between.
Yeah, and I think that's the part. I mean, I think that my gums are probably extravascular.
You got sensitive gums.
I mean, that's my theory. I'm not a sensitive person, but my gums are.
I feel like I had a normal amount of cavities as a kid because I remember.
What's a normal amount?
I don't know.
+3 every year?
No,
Plus-
less. Not every year. I remember going like at least as a kid like 3 times and getting a filling. I never had to get silver teeth because back then kids did. My sister did. She had.
What did they do
tooth.
with you?
I just had fillings. I had like
Yeah, but they're silver. Oh, you're talking about silver tooth.
the whole tooth. Yeah, my sister had a silver tooth. I had the silver fillings. I remember a few.
That's
of
what I
them.
had, yeah.
I had like maybe 3. I'm trying to remember. Yeah, 3. So I mean, I didn't have the best teeth, but as an adult, I haven't had a filling. I can't remember the last time I had a filling.
Well, I think also as adults, we're not using strawberry toothpaste that these kids are.
That's true.
And I think as adults, we're not
Or
crunching
brushing better. Yeah.
Well, I don't even, maybe. I mean, I don't think it's that hard to screw brushing as a little kid. I think the kids are just
our
eating.
kids somehow do it, Beckham.
You and I grew up off cereal in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
We grew up on, some kind of sugary thing during the day and then a sugary thing in the evening. So there's like plenty of sugar to be had. But also, I think fillings,
Yeah.
if they're going to happen, they're going to happen when you're little. I don't think they're
Yeah.
going to happen as an adult.
No, oh, not as much.
Your teeth are a lot
Yeah.
stronger, I think. I mean, these are all theories.
Maybe. Yeah, it is a theory. I don't know, because I mean, I had some like teenage years. I remember I had a root canal once. That was the worst.
Is that when
Have you ever had a root canal?
Is that when you have the tooth that's rotting and they have to like drill it?
Yeah.
So they drill the root out?
Yeah. They like go into your root and like clean it out. Ugh.
What do you
And then
remember
put
about
like
it?
a crown on top.
What do you remember?
I just remember like, first of all, it takes forever. And then, by the way, this is a really riveting conversation about teeth.
Oh, this is better than what our kids do. Like,
Yeah, they like, it just takes a really long time, but also they numb you. So you're like extra numb. With fillings, they numb you too. But
Sure.
with root canal, they have to really make sure you don't feel it. And I have this weird thing where my teeth take forever to get numb.
mm-hmm.
And they don't respond well to the numbing like shot. So almost every time.
Okay, can I pause you for a second? I don't think there's a thing that a person can have where it's like, oh, I have this thing where my teeth take long to numb. What that means is your tolerance for drugs is too high. So one would propose you're taking too many drugs too often.
Maybe that's right. Because there was one time I was at the dentist and they gave me, like, they numbed it, waited, the 10 minutes, started drilling, and I could feel it immediately. And he's like, you shouldn't be feeling this. And I'm like, I was like twitching. And he was like, okay, let me give you some more. Gave me another shot, waited the appropriate amount of time.
Okay, yeah. As it says on the bottle, sure.
Went in again and I could still feel it.
Really?
And he was like, what is happening? You know what the thing that sucked though? Because they injected me with so much of the numbing stuff, it took like a day for my mouth to not be
Tourism,
numb.
so everybody thought you had like Bell's palsy.
I was like, I can't feel anything. I can't eat. I would drink and it just like
fall out. Yeah, I don't think you should be doing that. So there's 2 theories behind that. Either he sucks at those injections, right? He didn't hit the nerve.
He didn't. I mean, he seemed like he knew what he was doing. But
What does that mean? He had a lab coat.
He was confident.
and he had glasses. Confidence, another one.
you got to be confident.
So that's one. Or you take like 12 Percocets a day.
Yeah.
And then you're like, what's a
You'll
shot of
never know
lidocaine?
which one it was. Oh man.
We'll wait till the toxicology
Have you ever
exam.
had the laughing gas?
I've never had the laughing gas.
Me neither.
I'm curious to try the
People
laughing
say-
gas.
Yeah, I've had. I know they try to do it on kids to like relax them.
Uh-huh.
By the way, shout out to our parenting skills or kids' Viking genes, but they're 6 and 8 so
Okay.
far had 0 cavities. as
Really?
kids.
Int-
0.
And Beckham's the worst
The
at brushing.
worst. He'll come out like half a day will go by and I'm like, Beckham, did you brush your teeth today? Yeah. Are you sure? No.
Yeah.
Make him go brush his teeth. He just would not ever brush his teeth.
Yeah.
I have to remind him 10 times. But yeah, having a kid like that, very surprising.
I'm also curious why they're giving. I don't know how efficient this is or effective. Like the kids' toothpaste today. I've never had kids' toothpaste when I was a kid. I just never did. I was
we
just
just did
always
the mint, whatever
mint
my
adult
parents
stuff.
did. Yeah.
But these kids got this like strawberry bubblegum cotton candy flavored stuff. I'm sorry. That sounds like that's the stuff that might give kids cavities.
It's just the flavor. Mint is a flavor.
Yeah, and so is mint on chocolate chips.
I'm not sure where you're going.
Yeah,
with this.
a flavor of sugar.
Yeah, but even our toothpaste is
Okay.
mint that we use. They add it into the toothpaste. It's not like it's made minty.
Oh, I actually thought it was. Now, have you ever used toothpaste that was like the most like beneficial for you and like organic and whatever, but yet
I have, but it like sucks.
it tastes like baking soda
horrible. Yeah, you gotta have that mint. You gotta have that mint in there
because it's the most like
minty
refreshing.
fresh,
Yeah.
Refreshing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that's fun. Okay. Teeth hygiene. That
well,
covers that.
yeah, teeth hygiene,
Mm-hmm.
dental hygiene. I don't know. I haven't. It's been a while since I had a filling. Although did you ever get your wisdom teeth pulled out?
Never have I, and I'm terrified of it.
But you got them. They're
still there. Oh, they're still original.
But I mean, some people don't even get their wisdom teeth.
Oh,
So
well, I mean, I have the teeth for sure.
they came.
And I have the wisdom, but I don't, they don't hurt. They don't fill up my mouth.
Oh yeah.
But I'm pretty sure I'm like one, dental infection away from having an inflammation and then my mouth
Really?
closing up. Well,
Oh.
I mean, they're out there.
I had to get all four, remember, at the same time. It was like when
Were we married when this
yeah.
happened?
I think Jack was like 4 months old.
Oh.
And it was the worst because
Ah.
I got a little bit of that dry socket, or it's like
What's a dry socket?
it's like when you because when they pull the tooth out, it's just like a socket. There's no tooth in there, so it's kind of like
Okay.
a hole.
Mm-hmm.
And then if it gets like infected, basically, so I got a little bit of that and had to take antibiotics.
Nothing better than like two people freshly married and then all of a sudden things start breaking down and you're going to the hospital. I remember that happened with you a few times. You didn't go to the hospital, but it was just like, oh, like
Excuse me, breaking down.
Well, I mean, listen, it's like buying
Says the guy who broke his arm on a one wheel.
Yeah, but how many years into marriage already?
Like
Enough for you to
5.
be like, I've owned this car for 6 years, you know,
We'll be fine.
breaking an arm. And it was probably more than 6 years. We were probably married for
No.
7.
When you broke
Faithfully?
your arm?
Oh,
No, just
just
total.
monogamy. Oh, just monogamy.
Just total.
Monogamously. No, okay, maybe 6, sure. But it's like, okay, listen, you own a car for 6 years and something breaks on it. You don't go, oh, it was a bad deal. You go, okay, this is wear and tear over the years.
Wear and tear.
You and I got married for 2 years, and all of a sudden, maybe even 1, all of a sudden you're like,
my
oh, I get
wisdom
my
teeth.
wisdom teeth. You got knocked up in the first year of marriage, okay?
That's your fault.
That's not my fault. All right.
your fault.
Shooters shoot, okay? Everything else is on your side.
Shooter's gotta shoot.
Shooters got to shoot. So you get knocked up, and then I think like 6 months later, you get like your wisdom teeth need to be pulled out. That's a different story, right? That's like, hey, I think I got a lemon title on this thing. Like I think the car had other previous issues.
Yeah. Can I get what is it called? A recall?
A recall. There's probably a recall. I mean, who knows? But hey,
Oh, man.
we've made
But
it
that
to.
wasn't my fault. Everybody gets their wisdom teeth.
No, I don't have them. Kyle, do you still have yours?
You have a couple, yeah.
Hell yeah.
A couple. Well, some people only get like a few taken out. But the thing is, going back to my big teeth, my jaw cannot sustain one more tooth.
One more tooth. So you would almost wish for one less tooth.
I can't have any more. Otherwise, I'd have crowding again. That's why they pulled them out right away.
Oh.
Otherwise, I'd have to get braces again because they would like shift everything. Because if my normal teeth are this big, can you imagine how big my wisdom teeth would be?
Yeah, they seem like they would be the size of a quarter.
At least each.
Your teeth are big, and Jack's teeth are big, and so he got that from you. And I mean, it's a jealousy thing, right? Because big teeth are more appealing.
I never thought that, but thank you.
You thought they were horse teeth?
Yeah.
I didn't say it. I heard people understand. It was.
I've never said that before. I did say it just now, but I didn't mean it because I've heard other people say it.
I'm just saying what I listen. Do you get mad at our kids when they like say, "Hey, I heard this kid say this
It was
word at
just an
school"?
observation.
You don't get him in trouble because he said a bad word because he heard it at school. He's trying to figure.
asking,
Yeah,
I just heard somebody say that.
I've never said you had horse teeth. I'm just saying people are sometimes being referred
no.
to.
No, that's exactly. I always thought that. It was like they're just too big for like my mouth. They're always like front and center. But I will say once I had braces, I felt more like comfortable in my own teeth.
While wearing braces or after
After.
braces? Oh, I'd imagine. Well, how old were you when you got braces?
I was in 7th grade.
The 7th grade, huh? So 7th grade.
And I
would
wore
be-
them for 3 years. So I had them until sophomore year of
Yeah,
high
were
school.
they like the OGs? Were
The
they silver?
OGs, yep.
Some
And like I got to change the color every like
Oh,
month.
okay, that was weird. When kids would come in and they had like purple.
Oh yeah, I
What do you-
changed, and then like for Christmas I did like red and green, red and green.
Okay.
I was cool.
No, you
Seventh,
weren't.
okay, seventh grade. Though,
How many
that was
guys
cool.
did you kiss with those braces?
0.
Because listen, braces can be cute. I think. Okay, I'll do this one for you. I think braces are cute on little kids, just like glasses are cute on little kids. We're talking about little kids. Excuse me. Which
What little kid has braces though?
well,
Their
it's
teeth
true.
are
They're
still
probably
falling
in middle
out.
school,
Yeah.
right? Okay, so we'll scratch that. I think glasses are only cute things on little kids. So braces are only cute, I think, then on adults, like specifically gals. I don't think if I see a guy with braces in his 30s, I'm like, dude, your mom's still your best friend. Like we can't hang out. But I think gals with braces, I think they can pull it off kind of cute because here's what you guys do. You guys are so particular about not showing your teeth when you smile. And it's kind of like
They do this
you're
thing,
so
yeah.
you're so quaint, you know what I mean? And so I think that's
Quaint.
no, not quaint. What's the word?
I know what word you're
What's the word I'm
thinking
thinking
of.
about?
Dainty.
Dainty. You're so dainty. So I get that part, but everything outside of that, you throw colors in there, like that's like
But everybody did that. Do they not do that anymore?
no. Nowadays they have like Invisalign, like all the
Yeah,
other
that's
cool
true.
kids.
But I had the OG braces.
Did you get the neck brace?
No.
The neck brace that like keeps it all tight.
No.
Do they tell you have to wear it at
What?
night? The neck brace.
No, I never had that.
Or
It
the
was
head brace.
just-
No, it was a head brace. That's what it is.
No,
No.
I never had to do that.
Did you follow protocol?
It was protocol. I did have like at one point because they try to get your jaw because I had too much of an overbite.
Mm-hmm.
So to bring your overbite back, I had to get the rubber bands that were on the sides.
Did that help? Did it fix it?
Yeah.
It did.
Mm-hmm.
Because I had a family member who had surgery for the underbite.
Well, underbite's different. I had an overbite.
Okay, hold on
Everybody
a
has
second.
an
Hold
overbite.
on a second. I don't know what they had then.
Is it like this? That's
Uh,
an underbite.
that's an underbite. Okay, so he had an underbite.
Yeah, and that usually you have to get surgery to fix. 'cause
Okay.
You can't. Underbites is like your jaw.
How many people do you know that had an underbite that had surgery?
One.
I did as well. When they had it done, was it a friend?
Friend of a friend
Friend of a friend? Was
in
it?
Seattle. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the
Yeah.
same person. First initial L,
Yeah.
last initial D. Yeah, same person. But so that's a person I knew, but I also had a third cousin who had it. Both times, here's one thing I realized: when you get the procedure done, the surgery, it changes
The way you
your
look.
entire face. Not for like we're not talking about bad or good. We're talking about like you're just a different person.
Yeah. Your whole face changes for sure.
It blew my
Weird.
mind.
Yeah.
Blew my mind.
Crazy. And that has to be such a long healing process after you get jaw.
Do you know what
surgery.
it? Do you know what it involves? Because I don't know.
I don't know. I would imagine you can't like. How do you eat after that?
I think you have to drink everything. I think it's the same thing they do when you get your jaw wired shut. If somebody breaks your jaw, you have to like
Through
drink
a
through a.
Straw.
Yeah, I think the straw goes behind your teeth to the side,
Oh my gosh.
And then
I can't
over.
imagine.
and then you just go.
Can't talk.
Well, sometimes the benefit.
Depends. Yeah. You have to write everything down.
Like, oh, I can't hear you. I'm just gonna sit here and watch the fight. That's.
Yeah. I don't know what you're trying to say. I
sorry.
don't have a pen.
I don't have a pen. I'm
Lost
so
it.
bad at this game.
But with an overbite, it's easier to fix because they just had to bring it back a little. So they have rubber bands that attach to the top brace and the bottom brace diagonally like that. And so I couldn't like open it like more than this.
So.
I would only, but when I'm eating, I would take them out.
So the way they would fix it is only if you already had braces in your particular
Yes.
scenarios, because they're
You
using
have to already have because they're
force
using the braces.
as a thing to leverage onto.
I remember I would like take them out to eat and then I'd put them back on.
So, and I never,
And I only did that for like a year. You don't have to do that the whole time.
I've always wondered this. I've never actually asked a person with braces. I actually don't know anybody with braces right now, but because everybody gets Invisalign. What did they cement those onto your teeth? And then when you come in to get the colors changed, are they removing the braces?
No, they only remove the rubber band part, the colored part.
Oh, the rubber band is, what's the rubber band for? Just keeping it shut?
The rubber band, they like attach to each brace, or they attach the braces together. So they attach the metal parts together so that they're.
Oh, okay. They're pulling together, whatnot. But the cement stays there for that 4
Mm-hmm.
years? How's that possible?
The metal brackets stay the whole time.
And that's like 4 years.
And the crazy thing is, they pop those off so easily.
So you're kind of like, how'd they not
I
fall
know.
off?
I'm like, how did they not fall off? I did have one fall off actually once on the side.
I have a crown, like an artificial crown that they put on. That's like that at age 26 when I had my first dental exam, and I had like that one cavity. Well, no, it wasn't a cavity. It was a filling that was wearing out because when I had it done, I was 11 years old. They don't do those silver anymore. That they had to grind my teeth. What?
I'm still thinking of the horse teeth.
I've never said that. I'm just saying what I've heard people.
I can't.
You love horses.
Don't ever tell Jack anything about horses. You'll get this.
From Jack?
From me.
Oh. I was like, I can take Jack easily. No, I would never say that.
Anyway.
I'm just saying what I'm hearing people say.
That's all I've heard. It was just.
But also Jack is cool because Jack, I'll be like, I bet you here's the response would be like, hey, I heard people with big teeth are like horse teeth. And then he's like, horses are cool.
Yeah. Or you just tell him, hey, I think you've told him, hey, your mom has big teeth and they're awesome or something like that.
Yeah.
And he's like,
yeah.
okay.
He's like, that's lying again. I was actually talking to him yesterday. This has nothing to do with teeth, but I was talking to him yesterday because he's such a gamer right now, and we were trying to regulate it as much as we can, but I also don't want to hinder, like, if that's his passion when he grows up. I want to use any kind of platform I have to build at least a little bit of a thing for him. And I was telling him, we were talking about games, and I was like, hey, dude, remember, like, you have to turn 10 before I can help you start a gaming channel. Basically, game with him, help him start, promote it, whatnot. And then he was like, why 10? And I was like, well, your brain has to develop because you have to understand the internet has people who will say things that are really hurtful. And when you're too young to understand and have not had the conversation with your dad to understand what people might be saying, like, mean people, that might make you really sad and affect the rest of your life. Mm-hmm. And he would like use all these examples. He's like, oh yeah, I would watch this gamer and somebody wrote, you're the worst at this game. And, and he's like, and I knew that person was just like trying to be rude and mean. And I was like, okay, so you're getting it. So I don't think if you tell him about horse teeth, he's going to be like, what? I think he's going to be like, well, horses are dope.
Is that what he would say?
What? He's like, dude, all the cool heroes have horses.
Yeah.
D'Artagnan, the Three Musketeers, the Count of Monte Cristo, / Iron Mask, the Man in the Iron Mask.
What's that?
/
Cowboy.
every Prince Charming / what's that? The Ranger and the
Lone Ranger.
The Lone Ranger.
Tonto?
Well, no, Tonto's not. Is Tonto the Lone? I thought Tonto's a Native American.
Yeah.
Okay, so
the Lone
get
Ranger.
it right. So yeah, horses are winning.
Policemen on horses.
Yes. Policemen on horses. Unicorns. We have
all sorts
of horse-like creatures that are doing well for themselves.
They have beautiful teeth.
And they have beautiful teeth, and they're doing well for themselves in their career. So, I don't think it's an insult.
Thank you.
Yeah, why would you think? I think horse face is more offensive than horse teeth. And again, I'm not saying
anything horse related with the face.
Really? What if somebody said you have the endurance of a horse?
No, I said with the face.
With the face.
Anything you compare a horse to with your face is probably not a compliment.
But not their physical attributes, like their
That's fine.
strength.
You can compare my.
So if I was
stature.
Your stature, I was like, when you're wearing leggings, you remind me of the hind legs of a horse. Is that what I say?
Yes. Your mane is as beautiful as a horse's mane. A
horse's mane. Okay. So you're very selective of the attributes that you appreciate about a horse.
But anything to do with the face, probably.
Why not?
You don't find
horses? Yeah, they're pretty.
But not when it's compared to a human face.
Well, I mean, the similar attributes. I mean, we're talking about teeth. We're not talking about overall appearance.
Also,
we're not. Listen. If somebody says your face is long like a horse, that's a different story.
That's what I'm saying. When you said horse face, I've never heard anybody being described as having a horse face.
Well, I said horse teeth.
No.
Oh, I've heard people being described somebody with a horse face.
Way.
Yeah.
Mean.
Well, they're mean, but also that person had a not short face.
A not short face.
Listen, this is all that I'm hearing on the internet. This is
This
not.
is not my own
This
thoughts.
is not my school of
Just-
belief.
I'm-
I'm just.
I'm just.
Imagine me being just a kid at school who just like heard a kid say something, and I'm just repeating it at
Just
home.
repeating it at home.
That's all it is.
you're doing.
And we learned from the previous podcast, I tend to use words that sometimes I don't know exactly 100% what they mean.
Like when you're trying to describe
A premise.
girls going like this being quaint.
But then we realized the word that we're looking for is dainty.
Dainty.
Is it? I didn't even say it right.
Dainty.
Kyle used the word of the day today. Was it today or yesterday?
What was the word
I
of the
think
day?
it was yesterday. It was a premise.
Oh, premise.
Yeah.
Did he use it in context, the right context?
I think so. I think
You
he
know
did.
Kyle would.
It was fire. The context was fire.
It
Yes.
was fire.
But, we're doing good.
Floss, people. Floss.
Do you really think, what does flossing do, really? Because the idea is to get, this is like an optometrist or a dentist, because optometry is
Eye.
eye. This
Close,
is a
though.
dental
You were in the proximity.
proximity of the horse's face.
Now, if you said your eyes are as beautiful as a horse's, I mean,
What about if you said your teeth are as beautiful as a horse's teeth? No?
don't say that. To
Well,
people.
why eyes? Why eyes? Because the eyes are pretty wide apart on
I'm
a
just
horse.
kidding. I'm just kidding. I was trying to be sarcastic
Sorry.
about the eye thing.
Okay. But mane, you're happy with the mane?
Yeah, because it's flowing in the wind.
Yeah, it's also next to the horse's butthole. So
Not this mane.
not that mane, but I'm saying like why are you being so selective on things that you shouldn't be selective of attributes of a horse?
I don't want anything to do with a horse.
Listen, I want to go on record to just reiterate, I am not comparing you or believe that you have any shared similarities as a horse. I just want to go on record that because I feel like that
It
could
needs to be said. Somebody's gonna throw you.
yes,
Under
it sounds
the
like that somebody's gonna be used. Gonna throw
I
me.
am. And then punch you.
Right. So I just wanted to kind of go on record that I'm not. I'm just saying that animals are should be taken care of.
And they're beautiful and majestic.
Yeah. So
And
where was I going with this?
I don't know. Where were you going with this?
Nowhere really. I mean, I just thought, and I feel like I had another
You did.
dentistry question.
You said optometrist instead of a dental
Yeah.
hygienist.
Yeah.
or dentist.
Oh, I was gonna say, what is really flossing
Floss.
do? Because the idea, I think the premise is.
Oh,
I think
there it is.
I think the idea is you're trying to take the food particles away from the space that's between your gum and the tooth itself, like at the base, right? But oftentimes the floss comes in at the side, and isn't it really just pushing it deeper inside, and only a little superficial part is actually coming out? So what is flossing
don't
really
know.
doing? Is that the way for the man to control us? Is there a hidden
It
agenda?
is. That's their way.
Kai, look up their conspiracy theories about dentistry.
I'm not going
It's Illuminati. I'm not going to. No, I think it's just keeping your teeth clean. That's it. And you don't want anything to
But
get
it's shoving.
stuck there and then
If something is
build
stuck
some
between,
sort of an infection because you have food stuck between your teeth.
I'm willing to argue this with a proper dentist, because if the
Ooh, we should
food
have a dentist on.
dentist
He will
school me,
eat you alive.
I hope he flosses after because I tend to get it between people's teeth. Well, no, if it's between your two teeth. So, for example, that piece of lettuce that you have between your two teeth, you could see it, right?
Yeah.
Chances are that's going to fall out because we could see it.
Well,
or
'cause this is
you can maybe even feel it or something with your tongue, right?
Yeah.
Now, if it's deeper, like between your gum and the root of your tooth, and you bring a piece of floss in, chances are that thing is just getting pushed and wedged inside your
No, if
gums.
you're going like this, you're getting the food out the sides.
Like a conveyor belt. Science.
It's science.
I feel like you're more prepared for this conversation than I was.
I was,
feel
man. I like having braces and everything.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I'm sorry if I have Viking genes when it comes to teeth.
I have
It's a
not those genes.
well, we'll see. We'll see. So far, your
So far, our
family
kids,
lines.
yeah.
Well, our kids are young, but I want to see what your parents end up doing.
I mean, my parents both have straight teeth that never had braces.
Is it something to do with just like hair loss
Yeah.
for men? Is it something
It
to do
is
with
genetic.
well, it's of course, but is it genetics
Excuse
always
me, of course.
Of course.
Like you knew that.
but science? The part that I agreed upon is like men's hair loss has a lot to do with the mother's side of the family, the father of the mother.
Oh.
Okay, the father of the mother, the mom's dad. So therefore, does that mean dentistry?
Which I don't know if that's true because your mom's dad still has a full head of hair.
It's not a full head of hair. It's receding the same way I'm receding.
Yeah, but he still has it.
Yeah, because he never cut it, and I did.
It's like nice and fluffy.
If I
but
never
your dad, on the other hand,
right, but his dad passed away early, so we don't know. But I don't know what his mom's dad looked like.
yeah.
Now, my grandfather that's still alive, yes, it's not a full head of hair. It's a well receding head of hair. And
But when did it start receding?
I don't know, probably at a pretty young age, but it was receding the same way. And so all he did is just let it grow out, and he just kept combing it back, slicking it back.
It's very nice.
Like mobster. Really? It's nice when
Yeah,
you're
Grandpa's
like,
so cute.
no, he is cute at 80, 90. That's what grandpas are. Like, they can pull off anything.
Yeah.
But when you're 25, 30, 33 years old, you're not going to walk around with that kind of hairstyle.
Unless...
You want me to do that? I'll grow my hair out, and I'll make it fluffy, slick back. Like
No, I'm saying your grandpa at 90.
yeah, it's
is
fantastic.
cute doing it.
Yeah, it's great. And if you know what? How about this? Once I start
90.
becoming a grandfather and gray hairs come out and I'm in full blown grandfather mode, I'll grow my hair out and then
Should
slick
grow
it
up
back.
like shoulder length.
Yeah, and I'll get slick back, but it'll be super receding down the middle or down the side.
It'll just be like
It'll be
right here down.
Do you know how many people when I still had hair and I would not wear a hat, how many people would send me mean emoji cons with that alien head emoji?
When you still had, when you weren't buzzing your head.
When I wasn't buzzing my hair, and there's a small period of time that I was slicking my hair back.
I don't remember that.
I think it was like 6 months to whatever.
Was it towards the end?
Towards the end, yeah.
And people sent you mean
People,
emojis
yeah.
on DMs?
Yeah, DMs. Yeah,
Oh.
Kate Jones 69 was one of them.
The alien head?
The alien head, and it's saying you're all forehead. Yeah.
How do you know they were saying that?
Because they're not saying you're so cool, you're out of this
You're
world.
so smart. You're
Yeah.
like an alien.
That's
you're out
how
of this
it-
world.
yeah.
Maybe they were saying you're out of this
You're
world.
out of this world. Fire, dude.
Fire.
Fire.
Oh man.
I'm adopting
That's
that, by the
so
way. Fire.
mean.
Well, listen, people are mean. I mean, that comes with
People are.
consequences of putting yourself out there.
I can't. That's why I can't put myself out there. It's too much.
Is
for
it
me.
because you think you'll get extra ponies pictures in emojis?
the horse face?
Just ponies. Is there a horse face or is it just a horse? I don't think there's a horse
might
face.
be.
No, there's
No,
not. No,
there
I think it's
isn't.
just a horse
There's
itself.
probably a horse face gif though.
A GIF? Oh, of course. There's a GIF for
So-
everything.
It could still torture me.
Well, listen, from one alien to another horse,
I'm gonna send you alien emojis now. You can send me the horse.
we'll do that, and it'll be our way of not feeling attracted to each other.
That's so mean.
It's a way of living in misery.
Yeah.
Well, this has been
That's
great.
so nice.
This has been a nice podcast. Very
Wow,
uplifting.
What are we gonna title this? Dental
Floss your teeth.
floss.
Floss your teeth, folks.
Floss, not the dance.
The floss. All right. Folks, thanks for listening. We have a version of this podcast on the YouTubes.
The YouTube.
The YouTubes. We got fancy cameras, fancy angles.
If you want to see us in a fancy camera.
You want to see what we mean by an alien and a horse? Go ahead and
it's
check out
way
the
more
YouTube
fun
video.
watching us live anyway.
Absolutely. Make sure you rate and review this podcast on any platform you're looking at. It helps with the old algorithms and making sure we continue to grow. We appreciate your support. And check out our Instagram page, Next Door Neighbors. And I think it's a period between next.
But even if you
Period.
just type in next door
Door.
neighbors, it should pull up.
Sure. Okay.
Find us.
All right. Toodles.
Bye.
Bye.